Hey, Jeff! You'll never guess what. I just got a great wedding gift from Jessica.
Hey, Sarah. Did you really? Well, what did she get you?
Well, since Jessica works at a beauty parlor, she was able to get me this really nice-looking hairdryer. It's really great and I really love it. My hair will be so soft and silky smooth now. When we finally move into our new place together, you can use it too if you want.
When we move into our new place together?
Yeah, Jeff. You know, after our wedding, when we're going to be moving in together, aren't we? I know that we've been pretty busy and that we haven't been able to get around to that yet, but...
Oh, yeah, right. Well, man, you know what? I actually really don't feel so good all of a sudden.
Oh, really? Jeez, what, are you okay? Well, you did end up going out with a couple of friends last night, didn't you? Could it be that you're hungover or something?
No, it isn't that. I've just been doing a lot of thinking lately, that's all.
Oh, I see. And what is it that you've been thinking about?
I've just been wondering about if it would be harder for us to go out like that once we get married. And thinking about it just made me feel a little bit lonely is all. Lonely and down.
Well, sure, but it's not like we have kids or anything like that just yet. Besides, if you're just going to be going out and drinking with friends and stuff, then it should be fine, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you probably wouldn't like it if I was leaving the house and going out all the time, right?
Well, yeah, if you were always busy and out of the house, then I'd be upset, to be honest. But going out every now and then is just fine. I mean, I'll also want to hang out with my friends too, of course.
Yeah, but once we get married, then we won't have the freedom that we used to have. Do you know what I mean? And then once we have kids, things will get even worse and more restrictive. Oh man, this whole thing is really going to suck.
But I'm saying that we won't have to worry about kids for a while. There's no rush and plenty of time.
But still, it makes me sad just thinking about it. I guess I'm just thinking too much about all the things that I'm used to doing that I won't be able to do anymore.
Hey, Jeff, you're not getting cold feet now, are you? We are about to get married after all. You okay?
Well, I guess I'm just feeling a little bit nervous about everything right now is all. Yeah, that's probably it.
I understand how you're feeling. I'll be sad about having to move away from my parents too, you know? But there will be lots of people coming all this way just to see us. So we should at least put on a happy face for the wedding, okay?
I know. I'll do what I have to.
Jeff, are you sure you're okay? You're not having any regrets, are you? About the marriage, that is.
No, of course not. No regrets here.
Are you sure?
And how could you even think of asking me that? Don't you trust me, Sarah?
Well, it's just that you sometimes get really excited about the idea of doing something, but when it comes to actually doing it, you can really lose your motivation really easily. I was just wondering if you were having regrets about getting married all of a sudden.
But I'd be an asshole if I backed out of it now. Or at least that's probably what everyone would be thinking of me.
To be honest, the timing of it wouldn't look that great on you, yeah?
Exactly. But it'll all be okay. I'm just a bit nervous. That's it.
Well, okay. I really do hope that's all it is.
Anyways, I am looking forward to this wedding.
Hello, I am so sorry for texting so early, but do you happen to know where Jeff is? Oh, Sarah, why'd you ask? Did that boy run off somewhere? Well, I just can't seem to get a hold of him is all. Oh my, that Jeff. He's always been so hard to pin down. I mean, honestly, it's one thing to avoid your own mother, but if you can't even get in contact with him, well, I'm just sorry about all of this, dear. It's not a problem. I'm just a little worried about Jeff is all. You know, whenever my Jeff gets obsessed with something, he has a tendency to just disappear from the world. I imagine he's probably just absorbed in some video game or something silly like that. Well, Well, there have been other times where I haven't been able to get in contact with him for 2 or 3 days at a time, but this time it just feels different. It's been 5 days since I last talked to him. 5 days? You think that's strange too, right? I was beginning to wonder if I should reach out to the police. Hold on. I just talked to Jeff 2 days ago. He's supposed to help me into the dress the day of the wedding. I messaged him to confirm the time. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot that he was doing that. Then I guess that means he must be all right after all. But then I wonder why he isn't responding to my messages. Do you think he's been acting strange lately? Or did you two get into a fight? No, we haven't been fighting or anything like that. I did get the sense that he might have been starting to get cold feet, though. I swear, that boy can be so wishy-washy. It's a bit shameful, if I'm honest. Well, I completely understand why he might be a bit nervous. I'm also sad to be leaving my parents. But you're his fiance, and you're saying that you two haven't talked in such a long time. He still won't respond to you, even if you message him on WhatsApp? Yeah, the messages aren't even being marked as read anymore. Oh, just what the hell is that kid up to? I knew it. Something did happen. I tried to check in on him at his apartment, but when I got there, it looked like no one was home. And you don't have a key to his place? Well, he would never give me one. He doesn't seem to like it when people barge into his space unannounced. Even though you two are getting married, he hasn't given you a key to his place? Oh, what should I do? Could you try and get in touch with him for me, please? Oh, I will. And when I do, I will be sure to give him such a talking to. Oh, that boy. Well, for now, I'd just really like to know whether he's safe or not. That's the only thing I care about, really. Oh, you are such a sweetheart, Sarah, really. I cannot believe my good-for-nothing son has such a sweet fiancé worrying about him. You really ought to set him straight, too.
Hello, Sarah. Are you there?
Jeff? Is that really you? Jeff, oh my god, where the hell have you been? I couldn't get in touch with you. I was getting worried.
No, I'm afraid this isn't Jeffrey.
You're not Jeffrey? I'm sorry, who am I speaking to?
This is his mother. This would just be a moment, dear. Unfortunately, poor Jeff is in a coma and it's very, very serious.
He's in a coma?
Yes, in a coma. He was hit by a car. So, if you could please be so kind as to cancel the wedding. In this state, it would only bring you pain and misery to be with my boy now. So, go on. Forget about my son and go find your own happiness out there, dear. It'll be hard, but I know if anyone can do it, you can, Sarah.
Are you really sure you're his mother?
Of course I am. And as Jeffy's mother, I thought that I had to be the one to tell you all about this terrible tragedy. So you don't need to worry about calling or coming here ever again. Just forget all about us and move on with your life, dear. It's really for the best.
But I'm Jeff's mother.
I beg your pardon?
I'm saying that I'm Jeff's mother, Sophia.
Excuse me? Just what kind of game do you think you were playing? Why in the world would I be with Sarah?
Oh, so you don't believe me. In that case, how about we talk about how you kept peeing the bed until you were 12? Or we can think back to the time that you stuffed a Lego so far up your nose that we had to take you to the hospital. I know that is you on the other side of this, Jeff. What the hell do you think you're doing, honestly?
Wait, Mom, why are you with Sarah?
The poor dear came crying to me about how she couldn't get in contact with you no matter what she tried. She was so worried that she came all the way here to see your father and I. She thought that if there was anyone in the world you might call, it would probably be your parents.
I'm sorry. She did all that?
Jeffrey, do you not realize that you're the bad guy in all of this? Just what was it that you were trying to pull right now? What do you think you were doing, pretending to be me and trying to break off your own wedding?
Relax, Mom. It was just a joke.
You're a worm, Jeffrey.
I'm a worm? Mom, you can't say that. I'm your son.
And such a pathetic one at that. I heard all about how you dropped off the grid and began ignoring Sarah once you started to get cold feet about the wedding. How could you, Jeffrey? How could my own act so cowardly?
But Mom, I'm really scared. I was just feeling like things were really going to change after we got married. And I was scared that I might end up losing my freedom once it happened.
Of course your life changes when you get married. Did you really propose to Sarah without ever once considering that? I am so ashamed of you right now. I can't even bear the thought of facing Sarah or her parents. How could you have done this?
Well, I thought that if I broke the wedding off this way, it would spare her feelings. If I had just called off, then Sarah would have been crushed. I would never want to do that. So really, I was just doing all of this for her sake. Do you see where I'm coming from?
You're a real piece of work, did you know that? I'm handing the phone over to Sarah, and you better apologize to her right now. This is Sarah?
Please, you've got to understand.
Tell me, Jeff, what is it that I have to understand?
It's not you, it's me. And I'm just too scared to get married.
And so I should just forgive you, just like that? We just caught you trying to lie to me, as your own mother.
But I only did it because I thought it would be for the best. I did it all for you. I thought that if I just told you that I didn't want to get married, that it would hurt your feelings.
And you thought that this wouldn't do exactly that? What makes me the most angry, however, isn't the lying or the dragging your feet. It's that you really thought that I was the type of woman to fall for this crap.
Well, I didn't know you and my mom were so close.
Even if we do break off our wedding, did you really think that we were dating all this time and I had never once bothered to go and meet your parents? I go over to visit them all the time. And that's how we found you out, you idiot.
Well, anyways, I would like to call off the wedding.
Oh, trust me, the feeling is very, very mutual. Go on then, cancel the wedding, Jeff.
Are you serious, Sarah? Thank you so much. Oh, you big time. You don't even know what you're doing for me. Thank you.
But only if you explain things to all our parents.
Don't really have to. After all, my mom already knows, so...
But my parents don't, Jeff. I'm going to gather all our parents together, and then you are going to give them a proper explanation of what's going on. I think you can at least handle that much, don't you?
Wait, are you being serious right now?
You can thank your mom for all of this, by the way. She told me I was being much too kind to you, so I decided that would change. Hey, you said that you needed to go to the bathroom over 15 minutes ago. Wow, did you seriously run away just now?
Sarah, there's no way I was staying there. This is way too much for me to deal with. I can't take it anymore. My mom is already pissed, but my dad is practically ready to tear me limb from limb. If I stayed there, I'd be a dead man. You have to understand, please.
But you do know that you're just making things worse by running away, don't you? Especially with your dad. He really looks like he's ready to explode.
Yeah, that sounds like him. My dad has always had such a short fuse. What am I supposed to do? Sarah, you already said we could cancel the wedding, so can't we just end things here and be done with it all? There's no point in dragging this out any longer than it has to be.
Oh, of course, I completely agree with you. There's not even a microscopic part of me left that would ever in a million years want to marry you now, Jeff.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. So let's just end things here. What's even the point of bringing in our parents when this is something private that should be taken care of just between the two of us?
I hear you. If you want all of this done and over with, all you have to do is return the money we've put into the wedding on top of all the money I've ever lent you. And I do mean all of it.
But you want that money back?
Yeah, that's what I just said, isn't it?
And you want all of it back?
It really has built up over all this time, hasn't it? How much do you think it's at now? At first, I didn't mind because, of course, I figured we'd be getting married. But now, I'll be needing all of it back after the wedding is canceled.
Sarah, that's not fair. He knows how much that amount is by now. It has got to be something huge. You know damn well that I don't have that kind of money.
By my calculations, I think it's fair to say that you owe me at least $50K, don't you? Though I doubt you could afford that with your measly paychecks.
Wait. Just hold on a sec.
No, I don't think I will. Tell me, do you really want your parents even angrier with you than they are now? Because I'm showing them all of these messages just so you know.
Please, Sarah. We don't need to be doing all of this. The main issue is canceling the wedding, right? That's what we should be focusing on. We're not even married, so why can't we just break up and call it off? Everyone is overreacting to all of this. Why can't you just see my side of things?
Do you know how much money and effort I've put into this relationship up until now? We are well past being able to sneak out of this just because it's before the wedding. Besides, the real issue at hand is that you tried to trick me with your pathetic little lie.
But I told you, Sarah. I only lied because I was trying to protect you. I promise that that's what I was doing.
Well, it did not feel that way to me in the slightest. I only feel like I was lied to by you. Not only that, but I feel like my parents were lied to by you.
But
what is it that you don't understand about this? You really aren't even worth the effort, are you? Do you know that you're making your own mother cry? How can you live with yourself?
where the hell am I supposed to get 50K from? Everyone already knows that I don't make that much.
That's perfectly all right. Your dad said that he would help you with that problem.
Did he really actually say that? You sure that that's what he said?
That's right, his words.
That's my dad. Even after all this, he's still going to come through for me.
He said he'd be shipping you off to work at that company your relatives own. He said that they have lots of night shifts and it would be a good way for you to pay back everything you owe me through some honest, hard work.
He said what?
And he told me to tell you that you better pay back all that money even if it takes your whole life to do so. By the way, they're going to be taking away your phone and your wallet. And since the company is located on a remote island, there will be no chance of escaping. You will never, ever be free until you have paid me back every single cent of what you owe me.
Wait, you can't be serious about this. This is ridiculous. My parents wouldn't do all that to their own son, would they? This is impossible. It can't be happening.
Well, if they didn't, then you would just run away again. Isn't that right, Jeff? Your dad really did think of the best way to make sure that you paid everything back without being able to cut and run like you normally would.
But that company belongs to one of my uncles. I heard they do some kind of construction on the coast of some tiny little island somewhere. They would never seriously make me work there, right?
I know, isn't it great? Your dad is doing so much thinking ahead for you. You should feel so lucky. By the way, he said that you leave on Wednesday. Good luck with the new job.
This Wednesday? I leave that soon?
Well, I do want my money back as soon as possible, after all. And your dad said I wouldn't have to wait all that long, so I really am grateful.
But they can't just ship me off to some tiny little island. There's no way I could handle that, not in a million years. And on top of that, I won't even be able to see my friends before I leave.
Well, it's already been decided, so tough. Man, you really can be so stubborn sometimes, you know that? Don't worry, me and your mom will tell all your friends about what happened to you. And all the things you did that landed you on your tiny little island. Your friends will know all about it.
But you don't even know any of my friends' numbers.
Well, we'll just use your phone then, since your parents will be taking it from you anyways, that is.
But you don't even know who my friends are on my phone.
Well, you are on Facebook, aren't you? Maybe I'll just make a new post and let everyone know all at once.
Please, no. Then people who have nothing to do with this at all will know all about it. Stop this.
Oh, what's the matter? Everyone might know your dirty little secret. But who cares? It's not like you'll be seeing any of them anytime soon while you're off working to pay off your debts.
I'm begging you, please stop.
It's too late for that. Your mom told me I had to put you in your place, and so now I am. Enjoy your life on the island. Jeff never returned home that day. His parents began to search desperately for him everywhere. Then, one day, I suddenly got a secret message from an acquaintance who will go unnamed. They told me that they had found where Jeff was staying. He had gone to crash at the home of one of his buddies from high school. This acquaintance, however, thought that Jeff wasn't looking so good and ended up making a call to his parents. Well, Jeff's dad rushed right over to where his son was staying and dragged him all the way back home. One of the first things his parents had done was to sell all of his belongings, but that wasn't enough to cover even a sixth of the amount that Jeff still owed me. So, after all of that, he was finally shipped off to that island to work for his uncle's company. And if he can't raise the money he needs to pay me back, there's no way that he'll ever make it back to New York. Since both his phone and his wallet were taken from him, escape from the island is impossible for Jeff. He did some awful things just to preserve his freedom, and now he is trapped on an island with no means of escape. Life can be kind of funny like that. As for me, well, of course, I was in a bit of a shock at first, but now I'm doing my best to just forget all about Jeff. So, to all those people out there who are engaged and waiting to be wed, I say this. If a few days before your wedding your fiance starts acting weird, you better watch out. However, I really do hope that no one else would ever do anything as stupid as what Jeff did.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hey, Minnie, I just got out of work. Is everything ready to go for the vacation tomorrow?
Hey, Greg. Yep, I have basically everything all ready to go. Although I guess it's not really a vacation, really.
Didn't you say your friend was having a wedding in Hawaii? I think you said the two of you graduated together.
Yeah, that's right. Seriously, though, it feels kind of weird going to a classmate's wedding. I mean, I already have a daughter in high school. Isn't that crazy?
Well, I don't know. We are in our late 30s. Nowadays, I'd guess that this sort of thing isn't too uncommon.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Come to think of it, a lot of the people coming to the wedding aren't married yet either. What even is the average age for the first marriage these days? Mid-30s?
Yeah, it's probably around there. You're gonna do some sightseeing after the wedding, right?
Yep, the plan is to be over there for 3 days. So I'll be home by early next week.
Hey, don't worry about it. Take your time. Relax and enjoy yourself. You've earned it.
Thanks, Greg. I can count on you to take care of the house while I'm gone, right? Oh, and if you could also keep an eye on Holly, that would be great. She's got a lot of studying to do, so could you maybe do a bit more of the housework, just to take the burden off of her?
Sure thing, will do. Oh yeah, am I gonna be able to contact you while you're in Hawaii? Just in case I need to get in touch with you for emergencies and the like.
Yeah, the hotel I'm staying at has Wi-Fi, so you should be fine. Plus, I checked with my carrier, and I get normal service in Hawaii.
Oh, really? I've never been out of the continental 48 states, so I had no idea how that would work.
Yeah, no worries. You'll be able to keep in touch with me.
Technology sure is something, huh? It's crazy to compare today to when we were kids.
Is there anything else you want to ask me right now?
Let me think. Nah, I think I'm all good for now. Go ahead and have fun for all three of us, okay?
Thanks, Greg. It's going to be great. Oh, actually, I just remembered something. While I'm over there, it might take me longer than usual to respond to your texts.
You don't need to worry about that at all. Why'd you say that?
I'll have Wi-Fi in the hotel, so that shouldn't be a problem. But if I go outside, there's no guarantee that I'll have a very good connection. So it might take your messages longer to get to me, and mine will take longer to get back to you. Hopefully it won't be a problem.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm not planning on contacting you for anything much outside of emergencies anyway.
Thanks for being so understanding.
Okay, well, I'm about to head home. You're leaving first thing in the morning, right? You should probably go to bed early.
Yep, I was planning to. Thanks so much for taking care of so much for me while I'll be away. I really appreciate it. Hey, Greg, the wedding just ended. It was wonderful. The bride's dress was gorgeous, and you wouldn't believe the scenery here.
Sounds like you're having fun. I'm glad you're able to go.
Me too. Seriously, Greg, I don't know how to thank you for giving me the okay to come to this wedding.
You're always working so hard taking care of the house and Holly. It's the least I can do to thank you. You're going sightseeing tomorrow, right? Don't worry about a thing. We're doing totally fine over here. You go out and enjoy yourself.
I definitely will. There are a ton of places I want to go while I'm here. A few of my friends are going to come along with me, too. It's going to be great.
Just don't forget to get us a good souvenir, okay? Holly said that she wants something chocolate. And if you forget, she'll never forgive you.
I won't forget. I'm going to go to the store before I go back to the airport to get some souvenirs. Holly wants chocolate then. Got it.
Thanks. Oh, by the way, I heard this from Holly today. Apparently there was a car accident near her school. And what's scary is it was on the same road that Holly always walks down on her way to school.
Really? Wow, that's scary. There are a ton of small roads intersecting around there, and the stop signs and all that are really hard to see. I hear there are a lot of accidents there.
Yeah, that's exactly what Holly said. She was not all that surprised that there was an accident.
A while ago, she actually saw one happen in real time. Someone should do something about that area. Like, move the signs around or remake some of the roads. Do something.
Man, remaking those roads would be a pretty big task. Though, I'd take her to school myself if I could. But I work so early in the morning, I can't. It's really concerning.
Well, she's been fine up until now, right? I'm sure she'll be fine. Holly's a high school student. She can take care of herself.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about her doing anything dangerous. But it's the other people on the road that I'm concerned about. I can't control what the drivers do.
Well, we don't really have any choice, do we? Her school is where it is. They can't move it. I know the school tells the students all the time to watch out for cars.
Yeah, but still. What am I doing? You're on vacation. I shouldn't be bothering you with this.
No, don't worry about it, Greg. She's our daughter. It's only natural we'd be concerned about her. I'm concerned about her just the same as you are. After I get back, I'll start driving her to school whenever I can.
I'm sorry to force that on you, but that would make me feel a lot better.
You're not forcing anything on me. I want to do it. Holly's my daughter too, like I said. Okay, well, we're about to eat, so is it okay if I take off here?
Yeah, go ahead. You take care of yourself too, Minnie.
Thanks, Greg. I'm pretty sure I'll be out of the hotel most of the day tomorrow, so I probably won't be able to respond to messages very much. I'll talk to you tomorrow evening, though.
Gotcha. Have fun, Minnie.
Greg, are you there? I just got a call from my mom. Is what she said true?
Oh, now you respond. I was trying to get a hold of you all day yesterday, but you didn't even read my messages. You're pretty late to the party.
I told you yesterday, didn't I? Anyway, this isn't the time for us to be arguing like this. I heard that Holly got taken to the hospital. What happened to her? Is she okay?
Holly's fine. Our relationship is another story altogether.
Holly's fine? Oh, thank goodness. Wait, what? What about our relationship?
Do I need to spell it out for you? We're through. Once you get back from your vacation, I'm divorcing you.
What? How can you say that at a time like this? If this is some kind of a joke, you are sick, Greg.
Oh, believe me, I really wish I were joking. Unfortunately, it's the truth. I'm dead serious.
What are you talking about? Why are you talking like this?
Are you asking me why? Think about it. I'm pretty sure you have a good idea why.
Greg, what have I ever done to get you to divorce me? I'm already terrified about what's going on with Holly. How can you divorce me at a time like this? Is Holly really okay?
Yeah, don't worry about her. She's fine. When she was taken to the hospital, they said she'd need an organ transplant. And since I couldn't do it, your dad stepped up and offered to do it.
An organ transplant? How serious was this accident? What even happened?
It's just like we talked about. That road to her school is super dangerous. A car ran off the road and was driving down the sidewalk.
Oh my God.
But that's not the only surprise. Tell me, why do you suppose I wasn't able to give Holly one of my organs, but your dad was? I told the doctor that he could take anything Holly needed from me, even my heart or lungs, but the doctor said no.
He did? But why?
Because I'm not Holly's real father. They did a test on me to see if my organs would be compatible with Holly, and the results showed that she's not my biological daughter. Holly is 16 years old, and I never had any idea that she wasn't mine. Care to explain?
That's not true.
What's not true? You were cheating on me and got pregnant with Holly. Isn't that true? And you hid it from me all these years. Tell me, exactly what am I saying right now that isn't true? Well, nothing to say for yourself? I thought as much. If I were in your position right now, I don't know what I'd say either. You're scum, Minnie.
Hold on, calm down. It was a mistake. I'm sorry. It was only one time, and then I got pregnant with Holly. How could I tell you about that?
I'm done with you. I don't want to hear any of your excuses.
Greg, come on, please. Please, Greg, hear me out.
Holly's operation is about to start right now, so I'm not in the mood to listen to your pathetic excuses. For now, just get back here as soon as possible. We'll continue this conversation after Holly's operation is finished. Got it?
I would love nothing more than to be able to come home now, but this is all too sudden.
Daughter and father are having serious operations, Minnie. I don't care what you have to do to get back here right now. Just do it.
Hey, Greg, how's Holly? Is she doing any better?
Yeah, the surgery went perfectly, but that was several days ago. She's awake, alert, and looking pretty well, all things considered. If I didn't know any better, I'd say she looks like she was never even in an accident.
Wow, that's great to hear.
By the way, I had a little talk with Holly about you and what's going to happen here on out.
Hey, hold on just a second. Don't you think you're rushing things a bit too much? Think about Holly's condition. You shouldn't upset her like that.
Don't blame me. I wasn't planning to bring it up until she got out of the hospital. Holly was the one who asked me about it. She asked me if maybe I wasn't her real father.
What? She did? Why?
Because her real father came to the hospital to visit her. I guess he came while I was at work one day, and he's the one who told Holly about everything.
Oh no.
You said that it was a mistake. It was only once, right? But if that's true, that brings up a very big question. How did he know not only that Holly was in an accident, but even what hospital she was in and what her room number was?
How am I supposed to know? I'm telling the truth. It was only once. You have to believe me.
Oh yeah? He said that he heard about everything from you. What's more, he said he heard from you while you were on your vacation in Hawaii. So I'm afraid you're going to have to think up a new excuse for that one.
I'm sorry. The truth is, I was cheating on you after Holly was born, too.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I'd be more shocked to hear you admit that, but I guess nothing you do surprises me anymore.
But you have to believe just this one thing. You and Holly are the ones I really love, not him. He was just a fling. Our relationship was only ever physical. I have always been dedicated to our family.
Do you think you could say that with a straight face to Holly? After you've lied to us and betrayed us for all these years? Could you look at your daughter in the eyes and say that?
Well...
Yeah, that's what I thought. You coward. All your excuses and apologies to me have just been a sorry attempt to save face. You couldn't lie to me, you're used to that. But Holly, not a chance.
Hey, don't talk about me like I'm some monster. I love you. I've always loved you. Both you and Holly. You can't treat me like this.
If you really loved me, then why didn't you tell me the truth the moment you got pregnant with Holly?
How could I? I didn't want to hurt you.
It's been 16 years, Minnie. 16. 16 years have gone by since I became Holly's dad. Don't you get it? It hurts way more finding out after all this time than it would have if you were just honest with me from the beginning. I found out my daughter isn't my daughter while she was in the hospital on the operating table.
I'm sorry.
Next, let's talk about Holly. If you really loved Holly, then why didn't you divorce me and let her grow up with her real dad? Don't you think that would have been better for Holly?
Are you kidding? That guy's never held down a steady job. He can barely support himself, much less a wife and daughter.
Oh, I see. So he used me to raise his daughter for him. All the while not even thinking once about how much it would hurt Holly when she found out the truth. You don't love anyone but yourself. You don't love me or Holly. That's the only way you'd be able to do something as cold-blooded and cruel as what you did.
That's not true. I never meant for any of this to happen.
What's going on here? Do you think that everything would be fine if neither of us ever found out? Are you out of your mind? Holly and I aren't just some dolls that you can play house with. I'm not going to let you use us like this.
So, you're really gonna divorce me?
Of course I am. We're completely disgusted with you, Minnie. We don't want to see you or your boyfriend's faces ever again.
Fine, then I'll take full custody of Holly. You're not her father anyway. I'll take care of her just fine with her real dad.
I'm not letting you or that guy get your filthy hands on Holly. Neither of you have any right to call yourself Holly's parents. I'll take care of her by myself.
But we're her real parents. You can't keep her from us.
Maybe I can't, but Holly can. She says she doesn't want anything to do with you. She says that I'm her only real parent.
What? I don't believe you.
Believe it or not, you're getting your just desserts for what you did to her. You messed up so bad that your daughter, who you've been with for 16 years, doesn't even want to speak to you anymore.
I don't care what she says. I'm her real mom, and I'm taking her to live with her real dad. I won't take no for an answer.
Aren't you forgetting something? She's 16. She can legally choose for herself now. So I'm sorry, but you have no choice but to accept no for an answer. Now get lost and never speak to us again.
But she's our daughter. How can you steal our daughter from us?
I told you, Holly is my daughter. And Holly feels the same way about me. So no, you're not Holly's parents. You can't think of anyone but yourselves, not even your own daughter. You're nothing but a lying, cheating, heartless, soulless scumbag. After that, Minnie and I got officially divorced. With the help of Minnie's parents, I was able to get hard evidence of her affair from her cell phone. I also sued her for infidelity. As for child support, since Holly's already 16 and she's refusing to see Minnie or her boyfriend, I decided not to demand it. I also sued Holly's biological father for his part in the affair. The jury considered the fact that he knowingly slept with a married woman, got her pregnant, and continued the relationship for almost 2 decades, and awarded me a colossal amount in damages. As a result, both Minnie and her boyfriend are in pretty dire financial straits. Neither of them have much in terms of employable skills, so I'm sure they'll be struggling for practically the rest of their lives because of this. Good. Serves them both right. Through all of this, Holly decided to stick with me of her own free will. We're currently living a nice and quiet lifestyle with just the two of us. Honestly, for a little while, we were a bit unsure about how to continue our relationship, now that we know we're not actually biologically related. But in the end, that gives us a bond that goes much, much deeper than just simple genetics. So what we're not blood related? She still knows who her real father is. And I'm more committed than ever to be the best father that I can possibly be, and one that Holly can be truly proud of.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.